Good morning, Saturday morning, Brother Brian coming at you. Trying to get through this as quickly as possible, but let's get one thing clear here. I'm not in a big hurry. Okay, got a lot of stuff to show. Beautiful music this Saturday morning. Oh, love it. Let me turn it down just a smidge. Went digging yesterday, and I'll just show you this real quick. I picked up a little pair of Bose speakers. These are Bose 141 speakers. I bought them at Goodwill. They were $7.99 each, so it was like $16 for the pair. I thought these were kind of cool because they're small. They're rated at 10 to 80 watts. Doesn't say what efficiency it is. Oh, excuse me. Leaves are falling and all kinds of stuff's in the air. But anyway, these are made in Mexico, engineered in the U.S. type of thing. But the price was right, and I haven't tested them yet, but I think they'll be fine with a little tube amp. We're listening to an album I picked up yesterday. I picked this up yesterday. This woman here on the cover is one of the most incredible artists that ever lived. Okay, her name was Marie Calais. And whatever, I seen the face and then I seen Calais on here. This was recorded in the 50s. Okay, and it was like this. It was in the antique place. There was two of them. So I'm assuming it was probably a box set. They put stickers on them. I tried to get one of the stickers off, and that's just why you should just leave the stickers on. It has the program on there with. There's a little better picture of Marie. It's on Angel Records. Let me tell you something. Okay? She was. If you don't know who she was, she was the biggest diva that ever lived. You know, she was the biggest prima donna that ever lived. You know, when it comes to women, celebrities, she was one of the biggest women in the world that used her talent for the liberation of her soul, being a woman. You know, to kind of escape, and I'm not saying that she had a total escape, because obviously the level of prejudice towards women in our country is pretty pathetic, even to this day. But let me just tell you that Madonna, and all these people out there that think they're divas and all this stuff, they're nothing compared to Marie. She was a total gift from God. I'm telling you, I don't know how else to explain it. She was there. It's like everything that these young women aspire to be in the world, she was that. Artistic, intelligent, the list goes on and on. And anytime I see her stuff, if you ever see Maria Calais. If you ever see that stuff out there in the wild, most people don't know what it is. They're not going to pick it up. It's a fantastic sounding album. Things like Mint. All right. Now we got that out of the way. I went digging. Went to the record store. Yeah, I took off work yesterday and I went to the record store. And I wanted to go back through remember those country music albums? And I went back through some of that, and they had the Revolver release. Okay, yesterday was the Beatles Revolver release, and they had them lined out the door. People was, $200 for a box set. And I don't want the box set. Okay, but I'll be honest with you. When I got there, I didn't know that they were actually going to re-release the Revolver in stereo for $30 as well. You get the new remastered version of it. You know, they did the. You guys remember when they did the Beatle release? Was that 2011 or 14? And the monos were just spectacular. Everybody loved the monos, but the stereo versions were horrible. And supposedly that this stereo version is on par with that mono version. So I was there and I was like, you know, I'm not spending $200 on a Revolver box set. And I do think the Revolver box set is probably fucking awesome. Okay, if somebody gave me one, I would take it because I think it's going to be an awesome set. But I'm just not going to spend $200 on it. But I did pick up this. This is the new stereo mix by Giles Martin and Sam Okell, or whatever, however you say his name there. And it was $30. And I haven't opened it yet. I don't know if I'm even going to open it because I've got other ones in there I can listen to. But I did pick that up, so I didn't get the box set. But I don't know. We'll see. Picked up this one here. This is Guided by Voices, Scalping the Guru. And what this is the one-offs of the 7-inch 1993 to 1994. Okay, and these guys are garage rock. I mean, they're out of Dayton, Ohio. Okay, these guys are from my neck of the woods. Robert Pollard, and I'm a big fan. This is like your... it's usually like a lo-fi, garage, you know, avant-garde, all over the place, kind of craziness going on. So I love it. I just love it. I mean, and a lot of you guys know what this is. You know, maybe that's not a very good analogy, but, you know, he is a garage rocker, man. He's an older guy. He used to be a school teacher at the Northridge schools, and some of my friends was actually in his classes years ago. That's kind of cool, ain't it? Picked up this. This is an original version of Iron Butterfly Ball. It's a beautiful. I mean, it's like mint condition. Paid $8 for it, so I was pretty stoked about that one. And Bill Withers. There's a promo of Bill Withers making music. I'll just kind of go through these kind of quickly now. I see this one, and I don't know nothing about this. Sherwood Linton, and it says, "Hello, I'm not Johnny Cash." And this was in the country section. So it's kind of clickbaited me in, so I bought it. It was $4.99. So I said, you know what? I'm curious. He kind of got me at curious. So I went ahead and picked that up. Bobby Lord. And You and Me Against the World. You know, it's just your typical old country. But these are, you know, the reason I picked these up, you say, well, I see that at Goodwill. I see it at Goodwill. But you do not see it at Goodwill in the condition with the inner sleeve and everything. These things are like beautiful, beautiful condition. So that's why I'm grabbing them. They're in beautiful condition. This one here, I Forgot to Cry by Charlie Louvin. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? I love that. Beautiful country. That just screams country music right there. Just the back. This is on Capitol, the old Capitol label. And then here's a little cheesy one here, Barbara Mandrell, 1979, with her, she showed off her gold ring there, her gold ring, bless her heart. And Barbara Mandrell, The Midnight Oil. I'd assume this is probably a little older one, probably from the 70s. Yeah, this is 1973. The Bill and Rowe. This one here, Sings Bluegrass. Check that out. Sings Bluegrass, Body and Soul. Then on Decca, you have Bill Phillips, style. He's got the. I don't know why them guys back in the day, they always wear them green suits. I don't know. Then I found this album. This one here, this is a, I don't know, it don't even say. But it's Ray Price, okay? And it's Ray Price right here with Hank Williams. And the name of the album is Hank and Me with Ray Price. And then on the back, I'm not going to read it to you, but see all this? It tells about Ray Price is telling here how Hank Williams got him into the country music industry. And there's a picture of him right there. I thought this was really cool. I like Ray Price and I like Hank Williams. I like Hank Williams better than Hank Williams Jr. I like Jr. too, but I like Senior much better. So I grabbed that. Then we have the First Lady from 1970, Tammy Wynette. Then this one, Tammy Wynette, Greatest Hits, Volume 3. Yeah, Volume 3. This is a 1975 promo. It's a promo copy. This is right there in the back. These, I'm telling you, these things are just in incredible condition. You know, these are records that normally you don't pick up. But, you know, when you find them in incredible condition, just grab them. And the price is right. Then here's Tammy Wynette's Greatest Hits, Volume Number 1. And there's one. I tried to take the sticker off of this one. 15 years ago, Conway 20. It was cheap. It was $5. I paid $5 for it right there. I don't know if you can see. I need to get a better light, don't I? You guys can see this stuff. But, you know, Conway. You know, you don't need to explain that about Conway. Johnny Cash. This one here sings the greatest hits. It's got the song Get Rhythm. I like that. Hey Porter. Old time Johnny Cash here. This one is on the Cher label. They had a Johnny Cash. They had an old Johnny Cash on the Sun. It was a 33 full-size record on the Sun label, but I pulled it out, and they wanted like $15 for it, and it was scratched all to hell. I mean, it was like the deep scratches. This one was $6, and it's in pretty good shape, so I picked that up. Then we got Dolly Parton. And I'm not I don't know how, I don't want to offend anybody, but I like Dolly Parton. She's a wonderful person, okay? But when I was a kid, every time you turned the TV on, there was Dolly Parton on TV. That kind of got burned out on Dolly Parton. So I don't have a whole lot of Dolly Parton stuff. But it says here that she's singing country oldies, okay? So I see that Dolly Parton singing the old country. At least that's what I'm hoping. It's got Give a Fool Another Chance, Don't Love Tonight, Since You Went Away, Little Blossom, Making Believe, Letter to Heaven. You know, it's on the, what is the label here? I don't know what the label is. Let's see here. Somerset. It's on a Somerset label. I'm not familiar with that. But there we go. I got me a Dolly Parton in my collection. And I might have one more Dolly in there, maybe one more. Wine Colored Roses. George Jones. This is a little newer one. This one has the song The Right Left Hand. You guys remember that song, The Right Left Hand? When You Were Mine with Patty Page is on this. So there's some beautiful music on this album. This one here, let me show you this one. Let me pull it out. I just want you to look at the condition of this. Okay, this is on the old Mercury. Look at that. Things like brand new. And this is George Jones from the Heart. This is a great album. And it's in great condition. It's got the original inner sleeve. It's just gorgeous. It's on the Mercury. I mean, it's just fantastic album. All right. Last but not least, one here that I've been getting really lucky with lately. I've been finding lots of these great albums, and this one's another one that's on Decca. Kitty Wells, Queen of Country Music, and look how beautiful and white that is. So there you go. Oh, let me show you something else before you run off. Check this out. I picked this up. Here's a couple more things. Here. I found this. This is a live rock music mystery. They used to put these in cereal boxes. Okay, I see that. And this was sitting there. It was like $3. And it's a record. What this is this a record. You put it on your record player and you play this. It's got instructions on the back. But you play it and it's a mystery. And then you fill out, there's like this cutout on the cereal box. And you send that in. And you might win. Yeah, right. How often have you guys ever won anything from something like that? And here's a wonderful 45 I picked up. Steve Winwood, Higher Love, with the disc. I mean, or with the picture sleeve. I mean, what? I couldn't pass that up. And then, check this out. I had went through, I was at the antique place. And this guy had all these Grateful Dead CDs. So, initially I just grabbed them all. Okay. And I was like, ooh, I'm buying them all. They were like $5 a piece, right? There's all these Grateful Dead. They were all original Grateful Dead. And I start walking down the aisle and I'm like, oh man, I got all these, just like $100 worth of Grateful Dead. I'm like, dude, go put them back, right? So I'm like trying to check myself, right? So I go back and I put them all back except for one. Okay, I kept one. And this one was like $15, but I couldn't hardly put it back. It was this one here. It's a little box set. It was Ladies and Gentlemen, Grateful Dead, the Fillmore East, New York, April 1971. I couldn't put this one back. I was like, come on, man. You got to get at least one. And that's what the CDs look like. So, yeah, this has got me a little bit of, it's 3 CDs, man. There's a lot of music on this thing, So for $15, man, I think I really made a good deal on this. I think I scored big time with this. So I'm going to be enjoying music the rest of my weekend. I appreciate you guys. Maybe we'll do some needle drops on some of this stuff and you guys can enjoy it. Thanks for hanging out with Brother Brian, man. I love y'all, man. Be safe. Be happy. Be at peace. And be cool. I'm out of here.